My first spin on the radio waves. Back in '53, I was 19, living in a small town where the biggest news was Mrs. Carter's cat getting stuck in the oak tree again. I worked at the local grocery, stacking cans of peaches and sweeping floors, but my heart was set on something bigger. See, I'd grown up glued to the radio, listening to those smooth-talking DJs spinning records and telling stories. I wanted to be one of them. One day, I saw a flyer tacked to the bulletin board at the diner. WKLB radio station needs a weekend helper. No experience required. My palms got sweaty just reading it. I borrowed my pop's best tie, clip-on, mind you, and marched down to the station, a little brick building with a big antenna sticking out like a flagpole. The station manager, Mr. Hargrove, looked me up and down. "You ever talk on a microphone, son?" he asked, chewing a cigar. I shook my head, but I must have looked eager enough, 'cause he said, "All right, come in Saturday. Don't touch nothing unless I say so." Saturday rolled around and I showed up in my Sunday shirt, hair slicked back with enough Brill cream to grease a tractor. The station was a maze of wires, dials, and big old turntables. They had me fetching coffee and hauling crates of records at first, but I was just happy to be there, soaking it all in. Then, around noon, Mr. Hargrove got a call. His wife was having one of her episodes, and he had to run home. The regular DJ, Tommy, was out sick, so it was just me and this fellow named Earl, who ran the controls. Hargrove pointed at me before he left and said, "Kid, if Earl needs you to read a commercial, you read it. Don't mess it up." My stomach did a flip. Me? On the air? I wasn't ready, but Earl just grinned and said, "Relax, kid, it's just talking." A couple hours later, Earl waved me over. "We got a slot for a commercial. Read this." He handed me a piece of paper and pointed to a microphone bigger than my head. I sat down, my knees knocking together, and he counted down with his fingers. 3, 2, 1. I cleared my throat, way too loud, sounded like a bullfrog, and started reading. "Folks, come on down to Baxter's Furniture Emporium." My voice cracked like I was 13 again. "Get yourself a fine dining table for only—" I squinted at the paper. The price was smudged. I panicked and blurted, "For only $10. Earl's eyes went wide, and he started waving his arms like he was landing a plane. I kept going, thinking I was killing it. "Yeah, $10 gets you a table, chairs, maybe even a sofa. Baxter's got it all." I was leaning into it now, feeling like a real radio star. Earl yanked the mic away and cut to a record, some crooner singing about moonlight. "Kid," he hissed, "the table's $50, not 10. You just bankrupted Baxter." I turned redder than a stoplight. "I didn't know. The paper was smudged." Earl groaned and called Mr. Baxter to explain. I sat there sweating through my shirt, thinking I was fired for sure. When Hargrove got back, he was holding his sides, laughing. Turned out, Baxter wasn't mad. Folks had flooded his store, thinking they'd get a dining set for $10. He sold out of tables by sundown, even at the right price. "Kid," Hargrove said, "you got a knack for stirring things up. Next time, read the script right." I didn't get fired, but I didn't touch the mic again for a month. Still, every time I walked by Baxter's and saw those shiny new tables in the window, I couldn't help but grin. That's how I learned. Radio's a wild ride, and sometimes a smudged price tag can make you a legend, or at least get you a story to tell.